Hello, my wonderful Sagittarius. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have two cards here. We have Heart Chakra as your first card, and then we have Balance. Okay. I see this as emotional fulfillment or something that you have been um manifesting from your heart space, though. Like when it comes to this connection here, it could be that you have been manifesting more stability. Okay, it could be that you have been manifesting more consistency, or for others of you, you just have been manifesting a connection that feels stable. So it could just be, putting that out into the universe or wanting to see some sort of a change in your love life here. It seems to me that you're receiving something that you have been wishing for. So I see it as very positive. It could even be an opportunity to be more expressive, or there's something about like healing your heart chakra, you're healing your heart chakra or being more open to receive here. That message is coming through very strongly. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Magician. Very similar images as well. Ten of Swords and the Magician. Some of you have been manifesting like an opportunity to heal a connection or maybe some sort of clarity. Because with the Ten of Swords, I do see it as like a very severe ending, but there may be something that you're still holding on to, or you feel like the ending was very abrupt where you didn't really receive a sense of clarity from this individual here. Okay, let's start off by seeing how they're viewing you this week. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles for how they're viewing you. Very cautious with your energy at this time. Very cautious with what you're, sharing. So you might be up to something, but you're not really, or there have been some sort of changes that are occurring for you, but you're not really publicizing it or being open about it. Is how they're viewing you. Okay. Now, something else that I see here, guys, is like this person is viewing you as someone who's very, smart, very stable, and they're very attracted to you. Although they sense that you either don't want to invest in this connection or you're really questioning whether you should or not. They feel some sort of uncertainty here. And they're, assuming this because they feel like you're not really sharing much with them at this time. So maybe it's someone that you're not speaking to, or if you're speaking with them, maybe it's very surface level conversations, or you can kind of just tell when someone's not completely, comfortable with you, right? Because there are certain things that they're, not comfortable opening up about. So we have the Moon card. Yeah, definitely some sort of mystery and the Justice in the challenge position. You have someone who wants to do the right thing or speak their truth, okay? Because they feel like they have been they have been keeping it held back for quite some time. They may even feel like they were kind of kept in the dark about something in this connection here. Okay, and it's coming up in the challenge position. So really how I see it is someone who wants to reveal a truth to you, someone who's tired of, thinking about that truth, but keeping it bottled up inside because it's somehow mentally impacting them. There's a lot this person has realized either in a period of solitude, or you guys could have, been in a separation with this person and there's a lot that was, being illuminated to them, a lot of clarity they gained about their actions, themselves, this connection, possibly why you're very protective towards them in the now. And there are a lot of emotions that are resurfacing for this individual as well. So the blue lobster that is kind of coming out the water here in the Moon card is symbolic for emotions that are resurfacing during a period of, I don't want to say darkness, but usually it's like solitude or It kind of it could be darkness in terms of there's a lack of clarity in a situation, but there's a lot of emotions that are resurfacing for this person here. And it's because they're actually allowing them to resurface, or they're sitting with how they feel. This could be someone who's spending a lot of time on their own, this week, or there's some sort of, again, critical thinking taking place, but on their own here is what I'm seeing. So not only do I see emotions resurfacing, I see it as someone who wants to speak their truth in hopes, and they're communicating with you in hopes that they could restore some sort of balance in this connection. There could also be like an internal battle that this person is going through, because the moon card does speak about, kind of having like there's two sides to it, like a very wild side, and then there's more of a, domestic side. So this person could be going through, or facing some sort of an internal battle when it comes to maybe wanting to do something impulsively or act on their urges versus, okay, I need to do things the right way, or this is how I should be executing this connection here. So I do see a little bit of an internal battle that they're keeping to themselves as well. The way that you're viewing them, King of Pentacles, wow, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You see a lot of potential with this person. You see a lot of potential in this connection here, okay? This could be an individual who's well off, or there's something about their work ethic that, matches yours, or you guys may be very, for example, very goal oriented, right? And that could be something that draws you very close to this person. But, you're viewing them as someone who's stable, and more than that, I see it as you see the potential in this connection. And as much as you want to build with this person, I feel like there is a question of where you're really putting your energy or your focus, right? It's like, I want to invest in this person, but am I completely sure? There's something that you're doubting. And I feel like that's why I was receiving that energy when with the Queen of Pentacles, in terms of how they're viewing you. Two of Swords. Yeah, there's something that's unclear to you this week. You may feel very uncertain about this connection here, or you feel like it's too early to make a decision because there's a lack of clarity, right? So now the Two of Swords could also be a black and white way of thinking, right? Where you're not really seeing a new way to do something, or you feel like something has been very repetitive in this connection for quite some time. You don't really see how it could play out any differently. So, again, it boils down to not seeing a different way of doing things, and we have the Judgment. Hmm. I feel like mentally you might be going through a lot in terms of like, do I, wait for clarity? Do I seek the clarity that I want, or do I let this go? It's like in your feelings, it's interesting because you desperately want to change here because you're tired of feeling very stagnant. But for some of you, it's a change in terms of like letting go of this connection, or not investing in a connection that feels very confusing to you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. And the reason why I say that is, with the Judgment card, not for all of you is it going to be that you want a reconciliation. For some of you, it's like, I really want to stop feeling consumed by this connection here. So we have the Knight of Swords in your feelings, and the World card. Yeah, I definitely see it as you want, like you have something you want to say to this person, okay? But there's something that feels very inconsistent here. That's what I see in your feelings. Like, even though there's some sort of healing taking place, what you're acknowledging is that the communication between you and this person feels very, very inconsistent. Knight of Swords could be communication, but it's not something that's very stable. It's not something that's reliable. So you may feel like this person kind of tells you what you need to hear or what you want to hear, but they have a hard time following through on it. Which is interesting because you see the potential in this connection, but you don't really see this person acting on that potential, if that makes sense. Like their actions are kind of telling you something completely different. A Knight of Swords and the World card in your feelings could also be you feeling like a conversation would really change a lot of things in this dynamic. So maybe you feel like what your person is doing is avoiding a conversation here with the Moon card and the Justice. But if you guys were just able to speak, or, kind of like emotionally express in an open manner, then maybe you guys could be able to find a solution here. A Strength card, clarifying the Moon, okay, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who's in a very held back energy. And it like, it's very clear to me why you may feel like this person is, very stable, or they have the ability to fix something here, or, I see the potential in this connection, but their actions are not really telling you the same thing. So it's almost a question of, should I be falling in love with the potential of something or someone? because strength in the Four of Swords is a very held back energy. And again, don't get me wrong, I do believe this person wants to speak their truth, but when you have the Moon, the strength, as well as the Four of Swords, that's someone who's really struggling with being open. Okay. For others of you with the King of Pentacles, you may feel, or you may be not feel, but you may be aware of some sort of investments or commitments that this person has. They could be financial commitments, okay? And as much as you see the potential, maybe you feel like, okay, well, this person is more focused on their other commitments, or they're not really willing to give to the connection with me as much as they're giving to something else in their life. And the Four of Swords is your person definitely healing from the past, or healing from maybe what has felt very painful for them, but it's not the most action oriented energy. It's thinking about what needs to be done, but actually struggling, or struggling with actually putting forth the or taking the necessary steps. So in their feelings, we have the Six of Wands, okay, and we have the Ten of Cups, the Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Six of Wands, Ten of Cups, Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. Someone feels like they can be happy with you, but they're in their own way. Eight of Swords could be mental restrictions, so like a case of self-sabotage, or feeling like you're not deserving of what you're asking for. Because a Chariot, as much as it has a lot to do with progress, it also has a lot to do with believing that what you can imagine is something you can actually have in your reality. And so there's a lack of, believing here. There's a lack of, not only a lack of belief, but there's really just, this person is in their own way or in their own mind, because it's very confusing. Six of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Chariot is, I can be very happy. This is a connection that I feel like is going to fulfill me. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is feeling mentally stuck, or feeling like, okay, well, is that far-fetched, or could I actually attain that for myself? What's coming up after the Eight of Swords? The Wheel of Fortune. I do see this person letting go of some sort of negative belief that they have when it comes to connections. And for some of you, it's because this person has been in a long-term commitment prior to, connecting with you. And there could be some sort of questions that they have. Yes, this connection seems like it would make me very happy, but am I ready to invest? Or there may be something in the past that happened for this person, and they're still actively trying to heal from it. So they're connecting with you, but there's also something that they're trying to overcome, or something they feel like they need to heal before they kind of, dive into a connection here. Excuse me. And Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords also, guys, is like someone who could have a very, very particular way of doing things, or there's like a something that's deeply rooted in them. Like, they may have communicated to you, well, this was embedded in me since I was a child, or this is how I was brought up, or this is what I believe, right? And so there's like a very fixed way of thinking that this person is having, or struggling, really struggling with letting go. So whether it's there's something that doesn't feel right about this connection, or something that it doesn't feel, traditional. These are just generic examples, but there's a very fixed thinking pattern that this person is having a hard time letting go of. We have the Queen of Swords and we have the Nine of Swords, okay? The potential outcome. What's the Queen of Swords? Temperance. Nine of Swords, the Emperor. Here's what I will say. If some of you in the potential outcome, what I see with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords is you're going to cut ties with this person, or you're going to make your intentions very clear. Okay, it could even be that some of you are giving this person an ultimatum. Hey, I don't want to continue connecting if, this is not going to be the end goal. My apologies, guys. But as I was saying, for some of you, it's going to be with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. There's something you're making very clear. This could even be read as like an ultimatum that you're giving this person, where it's like, okay, if we're just going to continue connecting, but the end goal is not the same, then I no longer want to be a part of this. There's something about you speaking your truth and feeling more balanced, or feeling more happy or at ease about the situation. But something else I see in the potential outcome, guys, is like the distance that is that you're creating because you're not receiving what you want, or something that you're making very clear is going to start to stress this person out. with the Nine of Swords and the Emperor, the Hermit. It's going to make them go within. You could be dealing with the Virgo. It's definitely going to make them go within and think about their decisions, or there's some sort of shadow work that is going to occur. And with the Nine of Wands, I see it as someone who is willing to fight for this connection, okay? But it is going to require them to get out of their own way or let go of a way of thinking. There's something about this person, like in the potential outcome, guys, what I see, take it how it resonates, is one energy who is very stuck in their ways or wants things to happen in a particular manner. And if that continues, then it's going to put a strain on this relationship, or it's going to be really hard to come together here. Now, if there is, again, people, right, both people have free will here. So with that being said, it could be, if this individual, right, is more open to seeing things in your perspective or doing things in a different way, there's actually potential here for you guys to feel more at peace. But essentially, what I'm getting is you're making something very clear to this person in the potential outcome, whether it's you're communicating it or it's through your actions, and it's beginning to stress them out. Okay, so it's causing them to go within, because Nine of Swords is like, okay, well, this is stressing me out. This is worrying me. I can't stop thinking about it. And the Hermit is when you may feel like you're in a dark space, but there's, your path is being illuminated. That's what the lantern is symbolic for. So there's going to be a lot that this person is learning about themselves or what they need to release. But the main energy that I see is there's an energy that is very stuck in their ways, or they want something to happen in a particular manner. And the inability to release control is also creating a block. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.